Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the LaunchLab's webinar series. This is Module 6. This is going to be talking about pitching and effective Q&As. So with me is Cameron Keefe. She has been a part of the LaunchLab for some time. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Cameron, would you like to tell us about yourself and your connection to the LaunchLab?
Hi, my name is Cameron. I am a junior supply chain major at WVU University. I have been with the LaunchLab as an entrepreneur for around 2.5 years now, since fall of 2018. I've been in various business competitions through them, like the Women's Pitch Competition, the iHeart Idea Hub Challenge. I've done a West Virginia State Business Plan Competition my freshman year, and I went all the way to the finals of that. But I couldn't have done so without like the LaunchLab support and resources and getting through them to be able to prototype and kind of like make the funding possible of all the different resources I used for the just building of a business from the ground up.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you're here because we want to know about how much you know about pitching, and you've had a lot of experience through the LaunchLab with pitching competitions, as you just said, and we want to know, in your words, can you describe the importance of a very strong pitch and what it offers to the audience?
Yeah, so a strong pitch really has to capture the audience attention so that they do like support you. They understand you need to be able to connect with them on a level where they understand what you are trying to pass on to them, but also gain from them. So like for a good pitch, you need to know your audience. You need to know who they are, or just kind of basic demographics of them, of what you can get. So the different judges, or the different, even like the crowd of who might be in the audience, if you want to get them involved from pitching and being like, oh, like raise your hand if, and you want to be able to have a strong ask at the end so that you can persuade investors to invest not only in the company, but in you. You need to show them that you are confident. You need to show them that you know what you're talking about. You need to show them that you're dedicated and motivated to using like their time and resources wisely.
Yeah, absolutely. So would you be able to, in order to effectively create that strong pitch, would you be able to describe to us what are the 5 elements of a pitch?
Yeah, so the 5 elements of a pitch are your hook, which like gains the audience's attention. You need to have the problem that you're going to fix. That kind of tells you why you created the business or product, and how you're going to remedy that for them. You want to be able to show the customers like why they are the ideal customer, what the solution is, and how you're going to reach out to them and kind of like market your idea or business. It's going to tell a story of how you came upon this and how you're going to further the business, whether that's by like your basic needs, your emotional needs, and that you really need to express the competition that you're going to face and your ask at the end for investors of what you need from them to kind of bring this idea to life.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you be able to explain how a 30-second elevator pitch differs from a 5-minute pitch? And would you be able to also provide us an example of a pitch that you used in the past?
Yes, so a 30-second elevator pitch is kind of the broader information about your business or idea, where you need to just capture the attention and have your audience or investors wanting more. So you kind of, as quickly as possible, explain the problem, how you're going to fix it, and how they're going to be able to help you. So this differs from a 5-minute pitch, because a 5-minute pitch might have more information of the story of why you came up with this problem and solution, or how you did it, and then what else will go into it, like demographics and research and the competition analysis of who else has an idea, who you're going to be up against, what sets you apart and makes you the ideal candidate for them to support. you also need to have your ask in there, but your ask in the elevator pitch is just a flat, like, this is how much I need to do this. But in the 5-minute pitch, you can have, with your investment of however much, I will be able to maybe do more market analysis. Maybe it's to get a small batch for market testing. Maybe it's to purchase facilities and different materials for production. So it's just kind of like a more detailed pitch compared to just like catching the attention of people wanting more. So an example of a elevator pitch that I had to do in a competition. I was kind of like in the middle of a competition with various competitors before me and after me. So I had to do something that was memorable. So I went like up onto the stand and I screamed just into the microphone, and everybody like kind of gasped. They looked up from their phones, and like right then, like I knew like I had them hooked. Like they know who I am. They're gonna recognize me. And after I screamed, I was like, oh, my leg, like I need something that can like fix my problem. And in that short 10-15 seconds, I already expressed like what I created, what I fixed, and how that's going to help them. And then you kind of put that ask out there of like, with your investment, I can do this. And that kind of makes it memorable. And they already understand like what you're doing, what you need to do, but it's not just you're standing there and just glumly reading off a note card. You need to show like the emotion, you need to show your dedication and your confidence factors.
Absolutely. That was a great demonstration that we saw. So that was amazing. And after you answer or complete any pitch, how do you answer questions from the audience or judges? What's the best possible way? Sorry.
So when you're answering questions from like the judges or the audience, you want to answer them as like forward and honestly as you can without confusing anybody. So it helps to have like slides or photos with information that like the audience or judges won't have to like read a paragraph. Like you want to have pictures, graphs. You want to answer the question, even if like you aren't quite positive of your answer, confidently and not in like an overly roundabout way. And then even if like you don't know the answer, you don't want to say like, oh, I don't know, or like doesn't matter. Oh, I never thought about that. You want to show them that you can look into it, that you have looked into it, that maybe you haven't found the information yet, but you are actively researching and trying to know everything you can about this business. You want to show them that you are dedicated to finding the answers, even if you don't already know them. Like you are a work in progress, but you need to show them that they can help you and support you in that progress.
Great answer. No, thank you very much for your time, and that completes this section of the module. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to Cameron, and her email is provided in the next slide. Thank you.